Ok. Bora lá então falar com o Atlas. E bora lá. Vamos lá falar com o Atlas. Bora lá, bora lá, bora lá, bora lá, bora lá. E uau. The fuck?
Divirtam-se, welcome back. I'm glad you could be here to witness this momentous occasion.
Why are the Archons in chains?
I invited my dear siblings here for one final lesson in leadership.
It looks like an execution to me.
Every experience in life should be a lesson, including death. You've been to the underworld, so I know you understand what these fools do not.
You asked me to help the Archons. I did. Their problems are solved.
Their problems only existed because they couldn't perform the duties their roles demanded.
You're going to murder your brothers? For what?
For order, for peace, for Atlantis.
For Atlas, you mean?
I am the rightful heir to Atlantis. I should be the Dicastis. I cannot defy Poseidon's will, but these fools don't deserve their power. I'll be a better Archon in their stead.
Killing your brothers is a waste. Teach them to learn from their mistakes, and they'll do whatever you say. They can't do that if they're dead.
I watched you help my brothers. You always found solutions that tried to preserve life. Some of my kind view humans as a resource to be sacrificed. If we want them to progress, we must be an example.
Yeah.
We all look up to someone. I think they look up to you.
Wise, Dicastis. I respect your decision. For the moment.
So what now?
If you're going to one day rule this city, Alexios, you're going to have to learn a very important lesson.
Yeah.
That's what I get for helping you? A lecture?
Just some words of advice. Nothing in Atlantis is what it seems at face value. This city is old, and those that call it home are even older. You have helped me, Dicastis, and for that, you have my thanks.
What is that?
This isn't over, Atlas.
On the contrary, I'm done here.
Nani?
These devices are incredible. I almost feel like I can hear them speaking to me.
Bruh. Agora é meio one. Meio one? Come on, meio one.
Now that I have the Isu device forged, we need to move quickly. You distract Atlas while I sneak into his private chambers.
More sneaking.
After Poseidon outlawed human experiments, Atlas confiscated a device and kept it. That device theoretically could add a third helix to my DNA.
I've seen what these Isu devices can do. It's not pretty.
The science is sound, and I've even found evidence of tests being done on humans that looked promising. In previous cycles, of course, before Poseidon outlawed experimentation.
Just tell Atlas the truth. You have good intentions.
If he's afraid of his enemies hurting me now, what will he think of me undergoing this procedure? Besides, he can't break Poseidon's law.
I'm not sure a good Dicastis goes behind the back of an Atlantean Archon.
I've been preparing for this my entire life. Don't worry. Just keep Atlas talking while I'm in his chambers.
I don't think we have anything in common. What are we supposed to talk about? The weather?
Atlas is a jealous lover, and he's already threatened by your role as the Castis. Why not play to that advantage? Whatever you do, don't mention my plans.
Great. This will do wonders for our relationship.
Everyone knows it's lonely at the top, the Castis. Let's go. Extensively. Once I impart Isu DNA into my body, I should be able to use the device without side effects.
It's the should that worries me.
Remember, whatever you do, don't reveal my political plans to Atlas.
Tá, vou torto. Mais uma pessoa que vai morrer, mas ok.
I could trick Atlas into thinking you and I are closer than we are.
Are we not close? What's there to trick?
You know what I mean.
Yes. Making Atlas envious would certainly be a good distraction.
Elpis? What are you doing here? With him, no less.
The Castis and I were just taking a stroll, and I remembered I left a book on Atlantean cyclical history here. He'd like to borrow it. Do you mind if I fetch it?
No. Do you need me to help you look for it?
No. You two stay here. I'm sure you have much to discuss.
What game are you playing, Dicastis?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure by now Elpis has told you about the nature of our relationship. She's hardly as discreet as I'd like her to be. What business do you have with her?
What? Is Elpis not allowed to have friends?
Of course she can have friends. But I suspect there's more going on here.
You have nothing to worry about, Atlas. I have no schemes against you.
Maybe you don't play games, but Elpis lives for them. I can tell when she's up to something.
Calma, eu não quero que ela morra.
I've had enough of these secrets. Elpis wants to become Isu like you. She's using a device in your palace to do it.
Atlas, stop!
You betrayed me! You used knowledge I told you in confidence for your own political gain!
It was for Atlantis! I don't want to be your weakness anymore. I can help you, Atlas.
Lies! You used me!
Wait, don't!
Well...
This is your fault! The Castis wasn't enough, huh? You had to steal away my father's love, turn Elpis against me. You want to rule my Doma, too!
No! It had nothing to do with that!
Traitor! You're no longer welcome here. Guards!
Bruh.
Malaga, I need to get out of here.
I hope you're ready!
Bruh.
Stop running, you hear?
Mais missões, não há? É, está aqui. Bruh, não tenho espaço. Não tenho espaço. Nice. Can you guys leave me alone, please?
Atlas didn't spread the way she thought. That was a lot to take in. I need a moment to clear my head.
Bruh, deixa-me subir.
Looks so peaceful from up here. It always does. But it never is. I know, Icaros. I'm tired too. I've met so many people. Archons, kings, and now Isu. They're all the same. Go do this. Bring me that. Go kill him. I don't know if I can do this anymore. If I were ruler, things would be much, much different. What's that, Icaros? A speech from your new ruler. You, bring the food. You, bring the wine. For tonight, we feast until our bellies are as round as the moon. That sounded good.
I don't have wine, but if I brought you some bread, would you help me?
You shouldn't sneak up on people like that.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt the Divirtam-se speech.
It was more of a fantasy, really. Call me Alexios.
I thought it was wonderful, Dikastis Alexios.
Just Alexios is fine. And what's your name?
Alcon, you're even more special than all the bedtime stories my parents used to tell me.
What's wrong?
My parents are missing. They left for their assignments, but they never came home. The Isu won't help me. But then I remembered the story of you helping a lost girl in the underworld, who found her parents in Elysium. So I came to you.
What? A child without his parents? Not on my watch. As Dikastis of Atlantis, I declare this unacceptable.
Oh, thank you, Dikastis Alexios.
You said your parents never came home. If you could tell me where they're assigned and what their names are, it would be very helpful.
Mata's name is Rene. She's assigned to the harbor. Parte is called Damadis, and he's assigned to the Adamant Quarry.
You're very brave. Now go home where it's safe. I'll go talk to the harbor master and whoever is in charge of the quarry. I'll come find you once I have some answers.
God damn it, tanta missão.
Dikastis, have you come to analyze the recently discovered coral permutations fastened to the hulls of our vessels?
No.
No. I I'm looking for a woman named Rini.
Yes, well, that is a subject I have absolutely zero authority in, I'm afraid. I cannot help you.
Her son is very worried.
Please, do not asphyxiate me!
What are you doing?
I like humans, and I liked Rini. Poor Alcon. But if they hear me talking to you, they'll kill me.
Tell me where she is, or I'll cut you!
I told you I don't know anything! You'll find my contact not far from here, but be careful. A trap has been set for you.
You have made the Dicastis very angry! Thank you.
Please don't tell Poseidon! You have compassion, Dicastis. You may be the only one who can calm the brewing storm between humans and Isu.
Okay. Já estão todos escondidos.
The harbor master was right. They're waiting for me. Well, I'd hate to disappoint them.
Morre. Morre logo. Para de olhar.
So, the Zarios abducted Rini. I'm going to find him.
Ainda mais. Tipo, tu podes ir. E ok, bora lá então fazer esta aqui.
Let's go, Phobos!
Ai ai. Bruh. Aquilo era o pé demais. Ok, entrar ali dentro.
Well, isn't this an honor? How'd you get past my guards?
I'm looking for the Madis.
And why would the great Vikastis be looking for missing humans?
I never said he was missing.
Very clever, hybrid. When my humans transport adamant to the experimentation chamber, they don't always return. Occasionally they fall through the cracks, like rats.
A little boy is worried about his father. Just tell me where this experimentation chamber is.
Your compassion for humans is unproductive.
Your hatred for humans is self-destructive.
Boom.
Fine. It's in the garden of Kimopolia. But you're wasting your time. The doors are locked.
Then I'll just have to find the key.
You can try, hybrid.
You know, treating humans like vermin will get you killed one day. Consider yourself lucky I'm not making that day today.
Bam! Bam, bam, bam. Bitch.
I don't like the sounds of this experimentation chamber. And what do the Isu need with all this adamant? Algon's probably wondering where I am. I'll go see him.
Ok, vamos terminar aqui este episódio. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se gostaram, não se esqueçam de deixar o vosso like, comentarem e subscreverem. E eu vejo no próximo vídeo. Até já!